And he said, well, let me go to my shop.
And arthritis happens a lot in Mexico too.
Yes, and a lot of trainers, so let's just say. So that's something that happened, where they said, he goes, let me go to my shop and I'm gonna make you a manopla, a hand bag.
Yeah.
And he puts a pad on there, and then off there for 85, 90 years past, they've been one side. So I made it with two sides.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen them like that.
And so in the history, you can imagine this, Julio, in the midst of this hand of, it's not a big thing, but just look at this. Back up just a little bit so we make sure we're not blocking the camera.
And don't hit
But just a simple thing like this, where you get an uppercut here, and then come back with the overhand left over on the top.
Go back
Is in the history of mankind, we've never done this like that. To me,
So
people,
quick, so simple, without you having to flip the whole shit around.
right. And then besides the fact that, it changes where I catch it and stuff. So if I want him to jab and hook over here, I'll go like that.
Nice.
So if I want a body shot, which is very painful, I can't let him just hit my body.
It's very painful. Yes, body shots are very
1,
painful.
2, and go 1, 2, and go in right there. Right there. You can hit me directly on the vital, the liver. I can tell you where his liver is. I can tell you where yours is. His is anybody's. Just touch it easy, and it's a vital organ.
Yeah.
So we want to, if we're working on muscle memory, and we want to train them to hit.
As a fan of boxing, since you guys are up throwing punches and shit, did you see? You got some gloves with you?
He does.
Hey, why don't you guys throw some combos real quick for us?
We're gonna do that.
Hey, Bar Talk, you come to the flex champ. Throw some combos.
You got him? Sweet.
Plus your earphones, you know what I mean? Because he's gonna be cracking.
I don't want to get hit. I'm sitting over here like, yeah,
Now, you see, if you do it wrong, you can get hit. We'll talk about that.
I'm like in the perfect punch zone.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You don't get hit.
We want to get this on camera, so you stand like right here.
So let me see. You
So
give me my
the
mark.
camera's right here.
There we
So
go.
we can get
And Julio's what he's gonna do is a combination that I
stand a
call,
little bit more this.
we call 1, 2, go in.
There you go.
Where he's gonna do a 1, 2. He's gonna hit that body shot, duck under it.
Bar Talk TV. Give it to
This
us.
is a natural flow of combat. You know what I mean? This is what happens in the ring. He's gonna hit that, boom. One time to put it back.
And you can't do that with regular sparring.
No, you can't take
Because
that.
can't take that.
No, so here's how it's
That's
normally
bullshit.
done, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, but this, you can see these 2 dots on the pad there,
Damn, that's
both
what
sides. Kind of show you the trajectory, kind of like CSI. The bullet came from there, went through my.
Yeah. They gotta do a long stick, yeah.
Boom, it's gonna go like that. But if I do this, you can even the people from in the fans can see that it's missing my body.
Yeah.
So for me, I wasn't satisfied. As soon as I started using these as a trainer, I said, this is not working the way it maybe should. For instance, a big one is the 1, 2, 3. If he goes like this, 1, 2, 3, I found out that's pretty bad idea most of the time. It can be done, but pretty bad idea. Where it really goes is here. Oh, see that?
Nice.
So if you want to throw it over there, you can, but I'm trying to knock people out. You know what I mean?
Thanks, guys.
He's like, yo, you spit out my face. What's in my mind? Yeah.
By the way, before we go further, I want you guys to look out for our episode number 2. We're gonna do this again with the champ. We're gonna get the real ticket again on Bar Talk TV. We're gonna get coach again on Bar Talk TV. We're gonna do a whole nother episode. Details for that will be coming out.
Don't even tell him.
I'm not saying nothing, but yes. So where are you from?
I'm from New York State. Okay, I'm from Syracuse, New York, but I moved here when I was 3 years old. I've been here ever since. So I'm like pretty much a Southside gringo, whatever.
So you're not a Giant fan?
No, sorry.
You good with me? You good with me?
So I grew up on the south side of Tucson.
Let's see that belt. Put that belt. Yeah, put it up. Set it up. Nice.
This
Set it up.
is Julio's belt. This is Julio's belt. That one's mine.
Let me see Julio's belt.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
This
man,
is
I'm
what
telling you, I was like, damn.
This one's mine, but I have a lot more pleasure to tell you the truth to get that belt for Julio than I need one. I just wanted to show everyone I can do it too.
Can I see Coach's belt? Let me see Coach's belt too.
I don't play. This is my national championship.
National championship.
Yeah.
Where was this
I'm
fight?
trading
Kansas
because I
City.
did it too.
So this,
Ringside national
this fight was
championship,
in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Where
I'm a welterweight, but I end up fighting middleweight every time. I fought middleweight for that one, and I I knocked the guy out in the first one in the first round, and then actually the guy was really big, but the next guy, a Philly kid, was really tough. He was short. The only boxer I think was actually shorter than him. But he was really tough. Right?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Oh,
And
shit.
I fought a guy who's 6'7",
Oh, shit.
and I did win.
Yeah, body work all day.
It's not my
Let's
picture.
get into
Bro,
some
that
pictures.
dog body
Yeah,
hard.
that's going to be in the pictures, and you can
Get
see,
some
you'll
pictures,
see
yeah.
the disparity between us there.
So how'd you meet Milton?
So, yeah, this is my point of view. And I'm gonna just start by telling you, I got a little black dog in my house.
Oh, man, that's... Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
Dog's name is Anubis, okay?
Anubis?
Just a little Mexican long-eared Chihuahua. And it was, they brought the dog to the gym.
Dude was the moon god, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looks, it's
I know my
similar.
history. I know my history.
So they called it something else. I don't know. We're not going to say that here. But Julio hated this dog because he chewed up his socks and his clothes while he was staying at the house. But anyways, they brought this dog, and they said they were going to abandon it somewhere or something. They were going to leave it in a dog yard. And I was like, I can't let you do that. I'm going to take it. So the dog's still shedding its black hairs in my bed, you know. I mean,
Damn, Anubis.
I'm opposed to that, but I know it's a good, loving dog, you know, and it turned out to be a good thing. But similarly, the same people showed up with Julio. And Julio, I had seen already. I'd already seen him myself before he was introduced to me, running around on the street with his shirt off. And to see him with a shirt on is a rare thing for me. But he's running down the street, you know, just trucking along and jogging everywhere. And I see this kid every once in a while. And then they brought him to me, and I said, "Oh, that's that kid, yeah." And so right away, he says that I didn't like him. Now, that's not true exactly. Coach liked him.
Exactly.
But he was not understanding. Number one, there's levels to this game. Okay, and people have knowledge in it. People know how to fight. They know how to box, and it's their job to teach you. You know, probably the best thing you can do as a person is listen to everything they say. Use what you can. Discard what you know you can't use. But what you take from them to get your own.
I learned, dog.
Yeah, and so Julio had to learn that, the process of learning from other men. I'm gonna bring it to that right there because he was the opportunities that he had, which were very, slim, and that opportunity for good parenting and everything, it usually came from wonderful. I mean, his mom, I like his mom. So, but parents, it's a hard thing. I've been a parent myself. My son's here with me. I'm telling you, it's a challenge. And it's really hard to break cycles. And Julio's a real cycle breaker because he didn't really, he knew he's more than what he was being given and taught. And they had argue a lot or something, but there was no consequence. You understand? So everybody arguing in the single, thing. I don't want to get into it, but it was bad it was a bad situation for Julio, a lot of rejection from his house. So once we got together too, there were times he was homeless and running out on the street. I'm not gonna say what he was doing, but he was a delivery boy. Let's put it that way.
Young boy fresh, huh?
Young
boy fresh. I remember young boy fresh. Young boy fresh.
Running around down the street.
Young boy fresh. Every city got a young boy fresh.
Big pouch or something, I don't know. But anyways, and I took really heart to that right away because Julio, whether he knows it or not, it displayed a lot of the same characteristics I did, and also I feel for the underdog, for the person that just not. Yeah, like Rocky, you know what I mean?
Remember Rocky won. He was just some exhibition. Rocky, he's a Rocky, man.
There's a lot of people who are under, but there are not many underdogs. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because not everybody has the fucking dog in them.
That's right. And
you're just under. You're
so
not
let's
underdog.
get to that part because Julio, I sat and listened to earlier, and Julio said he went and he showed that he had heart and he could fight and stuff. And I'll tell you,
it's
that
not the
goes for
size of
everybody.
the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in
That's
the
right.
dog.
But here's where, from a coach's perspective, in the combat sports, it's the same thing. I can teach him to do anything in boxing, the skill wise. I can show every move to pretty much anyone. But to put fight in the heart of a human being is not.
You can't
You
coach
can't
it.
just coach that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can inspire. That's why I try to do this, so that I can inspire people like Julio who need that. That he needed it. Like I needed an intervention in my life, and when I got it, you know, and I had a lot of people that were trying to help me, even though it was self-inflicted. You know, my problems, his problems were more put on some.
Yeah.
I give him a pass on some of it. Of course, he has to be righteous and good, you know, whatever. But he's a good guy. So a lot of what happened is right after they brought him to me, is I noticed he had an ankle bracelet. Yes, I'm gonna talk about.
He has some jewelry
Because-
on. So-
yeah,
Some county issue jewelry.
And so the deal was, who's this? Is this kid, coach? Is this kid a good kid, or is he a probation officer, or is he a true criminal? You know, type? And I said, well, my evaluation, I'm going to do more, but my evaluation, he's a good kid, just wrapped up. So he went on his probation, but she agreed, though it was to my request, that they could remove the ankle bracelet, and Jay did. And then he was good. Yeah, it was very good.
Oh man!
There was a lot of trust. A lot of trust given to coach, you know, for that by the probation department. And but they know me and they know that I've helped people before. So he didn't really know about this. Okay, well he knew about that, but he didn't know about what happened next. And I'm going to tell that story for Julio because he really probably wouldn't. I don't know if he wouldn't want it told or not. But he came to me one day into the gym near the end of his probation period. And he said, and he was very upset. I mean, he was so upset he busted blood vessels in his face. He said, Coach, I messed up. I did something. I said, what? What happened? You're about to get off probation. What do you mean? He said, I dropped 30, Coach. Oh man, Coach was like, why? We were a week away, right? But because we were a week away, they
Smoke weed, y'all.
he just decided, yeah,
Hey, it's legal now. I was smoking weed.
And we just weed.
Oh my God!
Weed.
So he was so upset.
Legal now.
And I'll mention also, I think that I don't know if I bring this part, but he was also upset over another issue, which I won't mention.
That one.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all.
It's okay, guys. It's a nothing big deal, but it is personal, so I made sure I give him a chance to say no. But anyway, so let's suffice to say, he was so upset, bleeding out of his eyes, and that he had screwed up his life, you know, he thought. And so he didn't know, but I had called his probation officer before that, she had called me, and I talked to her on the phone, and she told me 3 years. I go, what's going to happen to him? 3 years. He's going to go 2 years in juvenile. He's going to go 1 year in adult prison. You know.
Waste of my time.
And I said, you just can't do that to him. You know, you just no, this is not right. Give me 1 year with him, and he'll be boxing, winning trophies and titles. And he's going to be driving his own car. He's going to have his own apartment, and he's going to be going to school.
Hell yeah.
And in a year, and it took longer than a year. She actually came back in a year and a month, and she checked on Julio, and everything was exactly as I said.
Nice.
And I give honestly Julio
Props to you,
a
bro.
lot of
Hey,
credit for
props to
that
you, though,
role
man.
too,
Props
because
to
there
you,
were
though.
moments when he almost couldn't make it.
Well, we
But-
definitely
We all know about
appreciate
that.
you sharing that story with us
Yeah.
here on
Yeah.
Bar Talk TV.
Yeah.
For being here. Thanks for being here. Hopefully everything's been great for you so far.
It has.
We definitely want to hear a lot of stories you have, but we do have another episode coming.
I love it.
So we'll save a lot of those stories for the next episode. Before we go further,
Yes.
explain that trophy.
This trophy right here, this is a Golden Glove trophy, but this, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth about this one, is that this is not the right trophy, but the prize that Julio got was a pair of golden gloves. And
I lost it.
Hey, look, Coach,
I was in the stone. Y'all
you
gotta make a
know,
movie out of that.
he didn't
Y'all gotta
tell me for
make
a
a
long
movie.
time, too. He didn't
That
tell me.
sound like Harold and Kumar. Harold and Kumar. You lost the golden gloves.
If anybody found his golden gloves in the damn snow,
I'm sad for that. Let them go, brother.
I lost it in the snow,
I
man.
mean, they're still
Gold
gold.
will
You know what
stick
I
out
mean?
the snow out of it.
Bro, I'm not leaving.
What was that
I leave what I've heard of.
It was full of snow.
Where at?
Lakeside Park.
Oh yeah, them gone. Them
Yeah,
gone.
it
Them
was
gone.
gone.
Lakeside Park on the east side. Right? Oh yeah, them gone. They're probably in the lake right now.
In the lake.
It's in the lake.
In the
I
bottom.
go there
Somewhere.
I go there all
On that
the
big
time.
old vent at the bottom. Yeah.
They're long gone. Let's just
Oh,
say that.
so
But you know what?
sad.
What do we got here?
And so this right here was
Coach of the year.
Coach of the Year,
Yes.
2015 Trainer of the Year from it was BoxingArizona.com is on there, but it was basically a contest for the boxing community, people that are in the boxing community pretty much, or either students of coaches, fighters, you know, coaches, or people, families, and they all got a chance to vote on who they thought was Coach of the Year, and I beat other coaches such as Jose Benavidez Sr., great coach.
Yeah.
Known
Big
him
name in
since he
boxing.
started coaching.
Yeah.
I've known him since he started in the place that he has a great champion. We're very little kids, 6 and 9 years old. So if we go way back with that, and I really appreciate him. And the many other coaches in Arizona that I could say that they deserved it before I ever got it. You know what I mean? But it's just decided. It was the people who we affect. You know what I mean? The people who we affect. And what they wanted to vote for.
There's levels to this shit.
And I think they picked me because Julio said that I actually do more than, even though I'm very, very technically good at teaching boxing and teaching and inspiring fight, but it's just, I think it's more how my coach taught me to love the boxing, you know what I mean? To care for them when they don't care for themselves.
Understand something.
See what I mean? Because a boxer and a fighter is somebody who is willing to do harm and potentially harm to themselves if they're going to participate. You know what I mean? So they got to deal with that. And he's just he's a good kid. I have heart for people who want to fight. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get hurt. See, you and your friends go out in the backyard and knock each other out on the sidewalk.
Kimbo
Somewhere.
slice ass
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No Kimbo slicing.
Listen,
Kids,
and-
hey man, do it legit and get paid, man. Don't get knocked out for free.
I don't know if it's 9 times out of 10, that's okay.
Do not get knocked out for free no more. Go fight legit. If you get knocked out, at least get a purse with it, man. Get paid to get knocked out or whoop a motherfucker ass. Quit doing it for free. YouTube does not pay.
There's no Dr. Prison in your backyard.
It's assault. And technically, it's assault if you get caught. Come on,
So,
man.
one of the things people underestimate about that is the real feeling of a world-class professional boxing.
Woo.
Okay?
I don't want to
Let's
get
just,
it.
just put your mind on that for a second. And Julio knows what it feels like. I know what it feels like.
I don't
But
want to feel that.
the average
With
person
the glove.
is
Hey,
just
with the
not
glove
gonna, you know, it's just like trying to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, you know, or defend somebody who's, you know, got that, you know,
Well, like I said, have you
basketball
been in
juke.
batting cages where have you ever tried to go like 70, 80,
Yeah,
bro?
I mean, it's.
I don't know, they whoa.
But see, I have.
That's what he's saying. Like,
There's a
you know,
big difference though, from the batting cage 80 to somebody on the
Like,
mound
so-
throwing 80. It's not the same.
Oh,
Right,
really?
right,
No,
right.
it's not.
I would say too, because of the mechanics
The
of the
hand
body and
release,
stuff and
the angles, everything.
I'm pretty sure if I can't do the batting cage, I can't do major league. You know?
I think you're saying it's worse, but
Yeah, but from what he's saying, yeah, if we say, yo, if you go into the, I'm just talking about batting, I couldn't spar.
Let's take a look at some of these photos.
There was a time I got hit so hard that they knocked me out. I'm just saying.
I think this is the first one you sent me, right?
Let's see. Yeah, there may be some repeats. That's also
like four that you sent me.
this is made in my gym here at MTK Tucson, which is also known as Beach Park.
Where's the gym located at?
It's on 1116 South Pantano Road. Right on the corner, across the street from the post office. There's kind of food trucks and stuff, so people can be there. All right, it's called Pantano Square. That's
Right by
where
the dispensary?
for a long time.